Robert from Bloomingdale, Michigan, has tankless troubles.
Yeah, after 16 years of reliable service, he's now getting intermittent hot water in the shower, Tom. Robert writes to us, turning the water off and on again briefly will get it to happen again, but then it goes away. There's been no change in our gas flow, our gas or the flow of the gas, the venting or other appliances. And 5 years ago, though, we were told it was improperly installed, preventing an annual flush. And we're told this could be why it's failing. At this stage, the plumbers say it's not even worth saving. It's no longer made, or he says we'd go out and get a new one. We worry that newer ones need more gas, which could overload their LP input that serves 3 other appliances. So should they replace it, Tom, or try just replacing the orifices as they've done all along to keep it going?
No, I think it's probably at the end of its life. If it hasn't been maintained and they have any kind of hard water, which they probably do, they haven't had a water softener on their home, those things wear out just like anything else. It gave him great service. If he could buy the same one, a new one, maybe, but maybe he can't because things have changed so much in the last 20 years that the new water heaters are designed a little differently. Now, here's the real kicker. You're going to have to get a new one. We know that. But that doesn't mean you have to change all the size of the propane if it's LP's using. If he's got any kind of feed problem with the gas, the venting's probably going to be very similar. So you just have to pick the right one that can fit in and do what it was supposed to do. Some of the other ones, the bigger ones, they do need a bigger feed. And they are different. There's natural gas, and then there's, of course, the propane, the LP. So you have to make sure it's set up for that too. So how do you know all this? Well, you figure out how many gallons per minute you're going to use, and it's pretty easy. There's charts. You can look it up. You can probably just Google it. If you're going to run 2 showers at one time, then you figure out that would probably be pretty maximum for a home. Or if you're doing a tub, you can go with gallons per minute on a tub. You can look those charts up and just make sure it can handle that. And so if it can handle that, then you're fine. And you should be okay. So I wouldn't overthink it too much. Now, there are some, though, that people they size it to run everything at one time, which they never do. Everybody takes 1 shower here, 1 shower there. So be careful on how you size it. Same with a generator. It's the same thing. Be particular about how you're going to use it, and you should be able to find one fine because they didn't make them worse today. They're actually better and more efficient.
Yeah, one of the things he said about this is that the one he has is a 1/2-inch line going to it, and the new ones have a 3/4 inch. But you're saying that shouldn't make any difference with the gas.
I don't know. That's where you're going to have to talk to the manufacturer. It might just take that 1/2 inch and then upping it to a 3/4 for just fitting reasons because you have enough feed. I don't know. But the fact of the matter is that whoever installs it, the plumber, they should have all these facts. It's whether you're buying an air conditioning system, a water heater. You should deal with someone who can say, this one will handle your needs. Here's our flow chart. Here's how we figured out the flow you're going to need. And it should be okay, or maybe it's not. But just because you start looking online and seeing what requirements are, I don't think I'd do that. I'd talk to someone who's going to be the installer, going to warranty the labor, back up the warranty on the unit and get it done right. Like here in Houston, I know this guy's in Michigan, but you talk to people at Abacus Plumbing, they would have all those answers for you. Say, this one's going to fit your needs, and that's what you want.
The question that I have about this question is you were told 5 years ago it was installed wrong, and you left it that way.
I don't think it was installed wrong.
You know?
I hate it when people come in. No, because it lasted 15 years. I hate it when people come in and say, oh, well, they just didn't do it the way I would have done it. I hate that. And people get that all the time. It's scare tactics. It's people that have self-esteem issues. Some of the guys in the business, egos in my business, in the construction business, they run all over the place. Everybody's an expert. Everybody's trying to make themselves feel good about who they are and what they know, and they're smarter than everybody else. I can't stand it when somebody comes to somebody's home and say, listen, you just had this person do it all wrong. If I'd have done it, it'd been better. That's what they're saying to you, and it makes people feel bad. What you want to do is have a person come in and say, here's your problem and here's your solution. You don't want to give them a hard time about something that went on before, because it just irks me raw when you do that, because most of the time it's nothing but a guy with, like I say, a self-esteem issue that's trying to boost his ego.
Or do what Robert did, get some objective advice by clicking on the Ask Tom button there at HomeShowRadio.com. Tom you'll take you this page. You can send us a video. You send us pictures. Either way, we're happy to help you out. We love to get the pictures, by the way, because it helps us understand. I would have loved to have seen a picture of that ancient machine to see how different it is and maybe even know what brand it was. But in any event, that we can help you out because we post a new one of these every day at HomeShowRadio.com. Tom helps us out by doing that, helps you out, and we're happy to do it. You'll find them at our Facebook page, on the Home Show Radio YouTube channel, of course, always at HomeShowRadio.com.